The Cavaliers have 4 chances to finish off Atlanta and return to the NBA Finals. J.R. Smith was huge in Game 1 with a postseason career-high 28, many of those of the oh-come-on variety. LeBron James came within a rebound of a triple-double in Game 2. He had 30. The Cavs led by 20 and won by a dozen on the road without Kyrie Irving. Even more was required of the King in a controversial Game 3 overtime win. His 12th postseason triple-double included 37, 18, and 13 to put the Hawks on the brink.
At the end of the day, we just got to play. You know, whatever we got to use or got to have to get up for this game and to push ourselves over the top, you know, got to use it.
Nobody wants the season to end. We love each other in the locker room. We enjoy playing with one another. So we know we just got to keep playing hard and hard to keep surviving.
Well, as you know, no team has come back from 0-3 in a 116 7-game series to win, and the Cavs have won theirs as well, up 3-0, because every team's won.
Every team?
Yeah.
Will it ever happen, Matt?
Yeah, someday it'll happen,
You
sure.
think so?
Yeah, assuming the league continues on for years and years. Yeah, eventually, why not? Happened in baseball, it'll happen.
All right.
Meanwhile, the league announced Monday there will be no additional punishment for Al Horford beyond the flagrant 2 foul he picked up for pancaking Matthew Dellavedova on a play that sparked all sorts of debate about Dellavedova's ethics as a player and a human being, as well as the call on Horford. After a little time to digest this, what's your takeaway?
My take is Dellavedova out there playing solid basketball, hustling his tail off, trying to help his team win a ball game. Unfortunately, in Atlanta, Kyle Korver's leg gets caught. And I think right here, Al Horford would admit that it may have seemed that he was going after Al's leg, but wait a minute, he wasn't even looking at Al, and Al comes down with the elbow. Just good hustle play.
You know, it's fascinating to me that in a series in which LeBron James is inflicting as much damage as he has, that Matthew Dellavedova has become the villain for Atlanta fans. LeBron played 47 minutes in Game 3 and became the first in playoff history to put up at least 37 points, 18 rebounds, and 13 assists in a playoff game. And with Kyrie Irving unavailable, this run has become reminiscent of the way he led the Cavs to the 07 finals.
Yeah, it does, man. And when you're watching some of these highlights, you say, is it better shot makers or is LeBron being more confident? But at the end of the day, for me, Brent, LeBron is leading the way and guys are playing better defensive way, even though they are making some shots.
I think the other point about it, Matt, is the fact that Kyrie Irving's out. So LeBron's almost in a situation where he's forced to do these kind of things, which makes it really fun to watch LeBron James.
Yeah. Well, you see the numbers then and now, scoring, assists, plus, minus, all better this time around. 3D, what similarities, what differences do you see between this LeBron and this team and the one 8 years ago?
Well, I just think LeBron is just more confident in what he's doing this time around. And to Brent's point, no Kyrie Irving, no Kevin Love. You're just like, who is he carrying along? So now you look at before, you see Daniel Marshall missing that three-point shot. You see J.R. Smith the other night go off with 8 of 12 in Game 1. So you have better shot makers this time around maybe than the last time.
Yeah, but
around.
you remember this in 2007, LeBron makes that pass and everybody was all over him like, you can't pass that ball. You've got to finish in that game. I think he was 5 for 15 in that game.
Right.
And we looked it up and he makes the right play to a guy that has made 12 three-pointers in a game. It's wide open and he misses it. It's amazing how we've changed. LeBron hasn't changed all that much, Matt. But I think the way that we watch him and certainly the way we appreciate him has changed.
Well, he was always pass first. That was always his instinct. I think a lot of people at that time didn't really understand who he was as a player, and you started to hear the sort of ridiculous criticism of him not having the killer instinct, etc. That was Game 1 of the 07 Eastern Conference Finals. Here is the play, and I remember making the argument then that's the right basketball play.
Yeah, and that's what LeBron likes to do, to your point. That's the right basketball play then, just the right basketball play now. And that's why you say LeBron really hasn't changed much. What he has changed is he's in attack mode more often so guys like this can get easier shots because that's the way you have to lead the way and set the table.
Right. We go back and forth between 2007 Cavs and what he's got on his team this year and the way that he's, in both of those instances and everywhere he's gone, Matt, made other players better, and that's the true sign.
Shoot it, Booby! Shoot it, Booby! I remember that.
Booby Gibson run back in 2007. And then this year we've got Delly doing it. We've got Shumpert doing it. Of course, J.R. Smith from the three-point line. I mean, LeBron James is the kind of guy who you just want on your team because you know he's going to make your job as a player much, much easier.
And you understand this time around, too, like you said, Dellavedovas, the J.R. Smiths, they're waiting for LeBron to attack the defense, and you're just sitting there, lick your chops, have your hands ready, and knock down shots. So to answer your question, Matt, I think we have better shot makers around this time because, attack mode right there. We know LeBron's going to get to the rim whenever he wants to.
And still do a little of that.
Yes, and Millsap, I think you learned from this play right here. In Game 3, you back up, you wait for LeBron around the top of the key three-point area. Way out there at half court, he's going to kill you.
Considering the team right now without Kyrie Irving, who would win in a theoretical game between the 07 LeBron team and the 2015 LeBron team?
To me, there's no question that this team has much more experience and moxie on it. The Cavaliers this time around and some toughness. The guys who are trying to prove some things, not only to LeBron, but to themselves as players in this league, and that they have this moment in front of them as players to step up and be big. You know, Shumpert's trying to still find his place in the league. He's been fantastic in the postseason. Other than Tristan Thompson, I think he's been the biggest surprise for the Cavs. But each of these guys has something on the line, Matt, and they know the opportunity to play with this kind of player in his prime only comes along for a very short window of time.